welcome back to some great stuff here. I've got, again with me, breaking the clutch, Mr. Nasty Nick. Nick, go ahead and say hello again for all of my 8 viewers.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me back.
Yeah, we did some Halo Reach, asked some questions, and we figured why not do some good old Terminus Firefight here, because Pat is not available to record with us, unfortunately, this time. So
I think he's available. He hates us.
Yeah, that's, you know what, that's probably what it was. I think he was trying to hide from me. So
it's probably pretty fair.
Yeah. So Nick, I don't know who you want to play as. There's lots of good leaders here.
I think I'm gonna go Pavium.
Okay.
Maybe for some defense turrets, like the mega turrets.
Yeah, those are good, especially if we can get the mini bases on the outskirts. Those are really nice to have.
How much have you played a Firefight?
I was just about to say I've played 2 total rounds. Well, not 2 total rounds. I've played it twice. I don't remember how far I got the first time by myself, and I just played it again like an hour ago.
Well, there you go. So we played about the same amount of time. I played with Vengeful. Maybe when did this fucking DLC come out? Oh, sorry, I just cursed on your channel. September.
No, are you kidding me? I just cursed on your channel.
September. So yeah, that's the last time I played it. Then I played it with Vengeful, and I need the achievements. All right, this is gonna be a big achievement guide. Let's play achievement guide.
Oh, big achievement guide.
Terminus Firefight.
Okay, so what are the achievements then? You have to give me the know-how here.
I'm gonna give you the breakdown of these achievements. Hold on. I'm going to pull up my Google Doc that has all my missing Halo achievements across the board.
There it is.
If you think I'm joking, this is completely serious. I have plans to conquer Halo.
So what's it like in 2v2 here? Or not 2v2, but like, do we just have one base that we share?
Yes, I believe so. Alright, so from what I remember, we need to protect these with everything we have.
Right.
And I think Vengeful said you can't heal them? To a certain point?
I believe so, but that whole Healy ring there helps a lot, so...
Oh, it's over. Yap Yap's here. That's not Yap Yap, that's just a bunch of grunts. Holy sh... We might have lost.
We got it.
No, we might have lost.
No, we're fine.
I'm putting up a turret. What do you have to defend this?
Got Marines.
Well, one of us is doing something. Yep, Spires. We already lost the Spire. How are we supposed to defend that?
It is a lot to start, I'm not gonna lie.
We had like 15 seconds. More just showed up and there goes this time as well. We lost.
Nope, we're fine.
I'm just trying to imagine people who are watching this, and it says, and like the video is like 10 minutes long, and we're struggling right now. They're like, oh yeah, this is definitely. They don't recover.
No, we're fine. We're gonna be fine.
Floor blade, unstable barrels.
Oh my god, fucking.
I haven't even upgraded my base yet.
What? All right. We need anti-vehicle turrets.
I'm getting up mega turrets right now.
Oh my god.
Alright, we need. Alright, where's the scarab? Where's the scarab? Okay, this is the path it's gonna take. So it's somewhere here, and it's gonna end up here. Scarab's here. It's already here. It's over. That's it. It's right there. It's right there.
Building a fence.
It's over.
No, we're fine.
Oh, Brassy,
I got my Marines.
Why do you make such short videos?
Oh my god, it just rinsed my Marines. What is this? Oh, these turrets are gonna knock everything out. Come on, turrets. I have 2 anti-vehicle turrets and not even firing. Oh my god.
Oh man, we actually might save it here. Mega turret and all your turrets are shooting at it. Alright, so we're definitely not gonna lose it here, but holy shit.
So Nick, speaking of Firefight, what's your thought on this mode? What's because you haven't played it a lot, okay? Like what's the thinking here? How do you feel about it?
First hand, it is fucking difficult. It kind of reminds me of ODST with the Oh, not lasso. It was what was the words that they used there? I can't remember what the achievement the achievements were for, but it was the hardest difficulty. God, I am really struggling with this memory. You remember what I'm talking about? It's the mode where you have to put it on the hardest difficulty and you have to survive a certain amount of waves.
Isn't that just
It's a
no.
specific
I
achievement.
didn't play a ton of Firefight.
Okay, well that's right. You didn't play Halo Reach or Halo ODST, so that makes sense.
Well, yeah, until very recently. So it's which I guess I should say if I can change my opinions on ODST. Okay, for anybody that was pissed that I was shitting on it in the last video we did here. ODST is fantastic.
You were just wrong. It's all it just comes down to.
Right.
I am scrolling through my achievements right now. If you cut to me, it'll just be me scrolling through my achievements looking for Halo ODST.
Not worried about the like 18 locusts coming our way or anything.
I just assumed that we lost. Hold on.
How long
ago did I play ODST?
Arc Defense.
I found ODST. We're good. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what this achievement's called.
Oh my god, we're fucking dead.
New wave incoming.
Oh, get the
Vidmaster
Kodiaks out.
Challenge.
Get the
Duh.
Kodiaks out.
Vidmaster Challenge.
Wave start.
No, we lost. By the way, this.
No, we're good.
No.
Everything's fine.
This.
Okay. So what have we learned?
Never, ever, ever buy Halo Wars 2.
Nick, I'm not gonna say I carried you, but
I was gonna say, what the fuck were you doing this entire game? You didn't do anything. Only 61 kills.
yeah, trash. So, welcome to round 2. This is the one where we actually do it. We don't fucking die to a scarab right away. It's gonna be great.
Didn't hang myself either, so I guess better days ahead.
I'm glad you chose life. I'm glad Terminus Firefight didn't break you completely.
See about this one. Watch, and this is again it. Like the person's looking at the video and they're like, it only lasts for another 5 minutes, and it's like, oh, you know, guess what? It didn't pan out how we thought it would.
Yep. Okay,
right,
so where
I'm
are they
buying a
gonna
turret
come in from?
immediately.
We gotta figure that out. Okay, I'm gonna buy one on this spire. I'm wondering where they're gonna come in from. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I'm getting 2 supply pads. I'm gonna upgrade those immediately, and we'll see where this turret takes us.
What in the motherfuck?
All units.
Where are they coming in?
There we go. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
There you go. Okay, so they're coming in from both sides. So I've got a turret on mine.
Supply package.
Good to go.
All units.
Got a turret on my
Light
side.
air. Okay.
Light air, round 1.
So,
Alright,
which is
so we
just
need to do
sentinels. It's
guards.
just sentinels.
Oh, okay. Just sentinels? Okay. No, sorry. I need to really relax here.
The enemy is attacking.
Yeah, you gotta come down. Okay. It's not.
I just had an Americano,
The terminus is under attack.
and
Oh yeah.
a little bit high on some caffeine right now.
All right, I've got 2 turrets
Oh
over here.
my god, you did. What are you
shields.
doing, dudes? What is this?
Units.
What do you mean?
All units.
What are you talking about?
Examine. Look at this.
All units.
Weak. Weak. Perfect.
What? What's wrong with my turrets?
Oh my god, these sentinels are relentless. They are just. For some reason, they can't
Yeah, believe
cross.
it or not, you have to actually shoot them.
They can't. Well, they can't cross this for whatever reason. They stop and shoot at it.
Turret.
So the living barrier works as just a distraction.
All units.
Yeah, that's usually what I think what people actually use that for is just to distract. Can you make another fucking turret over here, Nick? Come on,
A turret over
With it.
where?
right here. There you go.
Supply
Why don't you make one of there too?
What's your views on capitalism?
Fire is taking damage.
I know
This
you
is
don't
gonna be
like
a hell of a
politics, so
video.
let's go ahead and start. Let's bring it right up.
These were the questions that Nick really wanted to ask. So
Clear.
What's your view on modern capitalism? Do you think Lenin had a point? Oh,
Lenin had a point.
the burning questions your fans have been just so eager to ask.
New wave.
Yeah, burning questions.
Interwar
You know what?
period.
I
Wave
Yeah, I
Political.
bet there's people that really wanted to ask political questions, and I just told them no. Thankfully, I didn't really get any. Like, they did actually follow the rules. I was expecting someone, Gabe, to send me just political questions anyways. So, you know,
I thought about doing it.
Generator upgrade.
yeah.
My favorite
I'm
thing to
waiting
talk
for
about
it.
is politics and religion. I'm gonna make a BTC channel,
All units.
not affiliated,
BTC
but
channel?
affiliated with just talking politics.
All units.
Nice.
Units.
Breaking the communist. That's what it should be called.
Beat the communists.
All units.
Anyways, so Nick, we were talking a little bit in the
About
totally
communism.
amazing first round we had.
Okay, go
not
ahead.
about communism. We were talking about how there were you had opinions on this mode,
I have plenty of opinions.
All units.
right? So because you haven't played this mode a whole lot, also Retriever Sentinel coming in my side. Get all your guns over.
So I had opinions on the first on fire. Oh my god, it's a Super Sentinel.
Oh god. Oh, anti-air turrets.
Stay with me. Stay with me. We're gonna do a little heal. We're good. We're good. We're good. Unless it leaves
God, this thing's
completely.
getting rinsed.
Yep.
It's getting rinsed.
Yeah, we're
Look at it,
good.
it's getting rinsed. Ooh.
All units. All units.
Look at these turrets doing work. There we go. So, what are some opinions at this point in Halo Wars 2's there we go lifespan? What are some opinions I have here? What are you feeling about the game right now?
The game or this mode?
Let's talk about the game in general.
Local units.
I think the game in general is at a crossroad with a bit of an identity crisis, if I'm being quite honest.
All units.
People aren't sure what's going to keep the game going, and with another Halo game looming around the corner, supposedly it's not Halo 6, it's some other game that's Halo related. I think there's an identity crisis. You want to make the game fun enough for people in the future to just pick back up, where it's balanced, you can join in and use all 16 leaders in different fun, unique ways. Then again, there's always the question of how do you balance these things, and I think that's a real
Right.
concern right now with how do you do all of that at once while moving on to another Halo title. I don't know if it's possible.
All units.
Yeah, well, this game, it struggled with popularity in general. At first there was a pretty decent audience as far as game people that were actually playing the game, but it pretty quickly, because of a lot of issues with the balance and whatnot, people kind of fell off on this game. So we know that they're not really going to be updating anything anymore. So at this
No
point,
major
I'm
updates,
kind
at
of in the
least.
same
Small tweaks, it
right? No
sounds
major
like.
updates. So at this point, for me, I don't really know what to expect anymore. Because there's again, it's so late in the lifespan. Oh my god, I'm gonna get rinsed over here real quick. It's fine.
The enemy has destroyed one of our buildings.
At this point, it's like what really,
Our base is under
what are we gonna see? As far we have small tweaks, sure, but
all units.
there's still so many things that really need fixing in this game that it's hard to see it really bringing in any more of a fan base.
Yeah, I don't think that it'll ever bring in more people. I don't think this is that type of game. It's not like I'm trying to think of what the RTS game was that kind of fell off immediately and then had a big upbringing or big second wave of it. But regardless, I think the point of it is to maintain as long as it possibly can, and then once it falls out, it just falls out. Unfortunately, I don't see this
Yeah.
game as ever being revived in any capacity. If we look at Halo Wars 1, when Halo Wars 1 came out, and I always like to use this example, we always like to look at it and say, oh, I wish we had this leader, I wish we had, that leader, whatever the case was, because people wanted more. They loved Halo Wars 1. And then, you get in all of these, you get 16 leaders, literally 15 more, or 10 more than what we had in the previous. And it's like the game's very difficult to balance. We don't take into account the pros and cons of what we're actually asking for.
right.
So I think the longevity of Halo Wars 1 specifically benefited from the simplicity of it, and not necessarily one unit being more overpowered than any other, or leader for that matter. And I think that might be Halo Wars 2's undoing when it comes to longevity. I don't think it's going to have the same lifespan, so to speak, of Halo Wars 1. Halo Wars 1 I played all the way up until this game came out, which was probably
Right,
5, 6, 7 years later when Halo Wars 1 originally launched. So I don't do I. So I guess the question I'll pose to you is: do you see yourself playing this in 5, 6, 7 years? It's been out for just about 1 year now.
5, 6, 7 years. I don't know, man. It's hard to say because I really love this game. You know, it's one of those ones that I was looking forward to so much after how much I played Halo Wars 1, and I was terrible at Halo Wars 1. So to be even slightly competent in this game has been kind of refreshing.
Local units.
But yeah, and you know, Halo Wars 1 had that longevity, even with just how simple it was compared to this game. And
longevity is
I don't know if it's still
maintaining their fan base, right? That because it's not like it had a ton of people after 6 months. It dropped to a certain amount, but they held that amount, and that's what I was getting at here as well. Not that it'll increase in 5, 6, 7 years, but it'll just hold what it's got.
Right. Yeah, I see myself playing it at least, I don't know, at least another year probably. I mean, it depends on how many, because you still have to have other people to play against. You can't just play by yourself and have a super ton of fun forever. You need someone to play with or against. And I've actually got a couple of friends that, there's a fucking scarab, by the way.
Alright, I'm going to upgrade my Hunter's Brand, and I'm going to double Hunter's Brand that punk.
I got anti-vehicle turrets coming in here. I got siege turrets with sentinel beacon. I just need to get range on it. There we go. There's not a lot of sentinels, but
I got Hunter's Brand
there we go.
2 coming in right there. Did no damage. Beautiful.
Got grenades. Throwing grenades at him. There we go. I need more Kodiaks. No. No.
Oh, blisterbacks and Kodiaks would be brilliant right now. I've pretty much sacrificed my units right here, hoping that I can stall long enough for your Kodiaks to
I got arc defense. There we go. Did this scarab just get... Oh my god, it's got veterancy. Get out of here. Die. I'm looking at this scarab's asshole right now. Come on, arc defense. Come on.
Boom.
There we go. We got it.
We're doing
Okay,
a
gotta get this
lot
mini base.
better if I could jinx us right now.
Not gonna lie, this is much better than the last one. Reinforcement bonus. I mean, I get some units. What does that mean?
Kodiak here, sir.
New wave incoming.
Oh, it gave you some Garbo units. That was cool. Didn't give me jack shit.
Give me a target and I'll make them disappear.
Ooh, and I do want to clarify that while it may sound like we have grievances with this game, I won't speak for you. You can give your opinion on it. But for myself, I have no problem with the fact that they added 16 leaders. They were bold and they tried to make the game as diverse as possible, and it just unfortunately didn't work out how we had hoped. But I've got no problem with how they conducted this game in comparison to Halo Wars 1. It's just one of those things. I think it was more of a marketing issue than an in-game issue that really hurt this game.
Right.
The enemy is attacking us fire.
Yeah, I kind of had the same thoughts. Yeah, I guess to clarify on my end as well, I love this game to death. Like I was super excited when it came out. But I had the same kind of thoughts where they really had a good thing going where, they had these commercials with like Captain Cutter and I think it was Atriox that were
in the
really
plane
funny.
or in the used car shop or whatever it was.
Yeah, like those were funny. Those got some good attention, But when the game actually came out, it was just so broken that people kind of lost interest right away. I mean, remember that Shitmaster scout mine nonsense? You could just drop it on people's bases and it would just rinse everything. It was insane.
I don't blame the game on that though. I don't blame the lack of unit sales on that, because you need people to buy the game before there can actually be a problem with the game or a reason that they leave. This game didn't sell well from the beginning, which leads me to believe it's one of two things. It's A, a marketing issue, or B, people aren't into console RTSs or RTSs as much as they were in Halo Wars 1. I think it comes down to a marketing issue. it'd be different if they, boasted their sales and said, this game sold extremely well. We can't wait to produce Halo Wars 3 for you guys. But it didn't. They didn't put out numbers. All reports show that this game probably sold very poorly or had great mediocrity in its sales. And unfortunately, I'd have to suggest it's a marketing issue. They didn't, they had those funny bits, but can you recall a commercial or anything like that actually showed what the game was? I can't recall.
No, and that's kind of what I was going to get at as well, was that it's when you're marketing, you also kind of have to show what's going to happen with the game. Like, what are you actually marketing? Because, again, the commercials I thought were funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah, what's the game? And I think you've made a great point about people maybe not liking RTS games on console. I think that's a really valid point. But my concern with that is, like, it didn't even sell that well on PC either. I mean, there were less people playing it on PC.
They kind of botched that as well, though, because they didn't put it out on Steam. They still haven't put it out on Steam, to my recollection, or to my knowledge. They've only put it out on Xbox Live's Windows store, which, if I could be blatantly honest, is a hunk of shit. And it's absolutely derailed the possibilities that this game had of if you just put it on the damn Steam immediately day one launch.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why they don't put... Because I had the same thing with... I was thinking about Halo, just like the Halo games in general. Like, why aren't those on Steam? It's like a little cash pile that they're sitting on that they just don't want to put out or something, because they can make so much from that.
And when we say they, specifically Microsoft, I think we can both assume what 343 would prefer. You have your game out on more platforms, and obviously it sells better, and so on, but. I think it comes down to Microsoft being just stingy, stuck in their old ways.
Yeah, I'd like to see them make that improvement. Just put
that would
the
have to be a
game
cultural
where people
change.
Are actually going to buy it. But
it would have to
that's
be a cultural change
it's
from Xbox. I don't know if we'll see that. Unfortunately, do you think there's hope for that?
Well, one can dream. I mean, I think there's hope for it. I don't think it's just like a dead in the water kind of thing. But it would be nice to see them make some progress towards actually doing that, because it's hard to really see it right now.
I've got a lot of baddies on my side. I might be able.
Yeah, I'm getting some Kodiaks over there.
I need to get
drop arc
defense
defense as well.
I forgot to do earlier.
Yeah, I've got a ton of Kodiaks set up right now, so it's gonna help. It's just the air units that I have to worry about. So right now I'm basically just making Marines, combat tech Marines, just to keep the pump going, you could say.
Oh, you could say.
But once I can get Sentinels, I'll just start pumping those out. We'll be good.
Can we expand to a second base?
I should get my leader out too.
Or no?
There's no second base, but there's mini bases around, which as soon as I can start really getting some air units out, I can start flying around.
I'm trying to control this sector the best I can. And ooh, is it
Yeah, well, I got eight Kodiaks, and I think 4 of them are in range of your area here, so you should be all right. So what do you think? I mean, you're saying how there's another Halo game coming out that isn't Halo 6, apparently. So what is that even going to be? I haven't seen any information on it. So what is that supposed to be about?
Let me think about. I can't exactly recall where I heard this. Maybe perhaps someone can help me remember. But there was an interview. Again, I can't remember exactly who the interview was with, but someone 343 related, and they suggested that don't be surprised if Halo 6 isn't out this year, and that and they also said they're working on several Halo projects at once right now, which leads me to believe that they have perhaps something smaller, more of an ODST style game. And when I say ODST style, I don't mean revolving around ODSTs. I mean strictly campaign related for more for people who are into lore or just enjoying the Halo universe in a different lens other than a Spartan's lens. Perhaps just more of a smaller game like that. I could see that potential. I think that Halo is in desperate need for a good FPS game at the moment, so I don't know if that's particularly the best option. I think ODST did so well because it had Halo 3 as a backbone. I don't think it would have sold as well if, for instance, they had released a game like Halo 5 and people had a pushback on it. So I think right now first they need to get their FPS Halo in order. Once they do that, then I would absolutely love a smaller campaign-driven game such as ODST.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'd really like to see an ODST style. After playing ODST, you know, it'd be kind of nice to see a game like that. But wow, I'm getting fucking dicked on by air over here. If you have anything to help.
Do you need help?
Yeah, there's a lot of air. They're killing my.
Oh, we lost a. Oh shit, we lost.
Yeah, we lost a spire.
We lost 2 spires.
We might actually lose 3 here.
We have all 3 dead.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's
Stacking
okay.
on you.
Everything's fine.
That's alright. Probably good. What?
We're good. Everything's fine. Sentinel network. Here we go. Stun these air units. It's fine. Well, oh, scorpions. Why? It's a good thing I got hella siege turrets over here.
I got hunters.
Okay. How many Kodiaks am I down to? 4? Fuck.
I don't see what our health bar is for Terminus. Or is it the thing at the top?
It's up at the top. It's that green thing at the top, yeah. I would like to see, like I was going to say, I'd like to see some ODST style of thing, but my concern about that is that I feel like they might do something where it's like, oh, we take Spartan, whatever his face is, Spartan Locke or whatever, and, you know, his team gets a little spin-off game or something, but I feel like,
think
you know, Halo 5 kind of already was that.
Yeah, I think they
I hope so.
I really wish I had a better memory, or at least I jotted this down. But I think they stated that, you know, that they're simplifying Halo 6 or Halo games in the future. They're kind of dismantling Team Osiris, I think is what they were called, kind of taking them out of the picture. I don't think we'll see a spin-off of anything like that. I think they've learned that Halo 6 was Team Osiris. It had relatively nothing to do with Chief, or at least the gameplay didn't indicate that. So I think right now they're in desperate need of playing on nostalgia, bringing back a core community. So I think they'd go back in time and really try to find something nostalgic, whether that be a spin-off of Buck, a spin-off of... I'd love to see, I don't know if anyone's mentioned this, but a prequel from Noble 6 leading up to Reach, to the point where he replaces Tom and Reach, or in Noble 6.
That would be pretty
sweet.
sweet.
A spin-off of that and how he gets there, because he's supposedly he has the same rank as Chief, so that I think that would be phenomenal. But I also acknowledge that people don't want to see, with spin-off games, they don't want to necessarily see Spartans, right? They want to play as Marines,
right?
Or they want to play as someone else, which also love to see that as well.
Yeah, I mean that'd be cool. I like the idea, because the realism of Halo ODST, you know, was pretty sweet. You know, it was a nice little break from the typical stuff that we see, and it made it more difficult as well. You know, it wasn't just like an easy peasy game. You know, you had to really try on those ones. I found myself a lot of the time just hiding like a little bitch and waiting
Yes.
for my stamina to recharge, and then come back out and get shot like twice, and I'd be like, nope, I'm going back.
Hide behind the building again. And you know what else? The Halo ODST's charm that it had was that you were traveling through a futuristic version of New Mombasa, or Mombasa.
Right.
That I absolutely love when... I think that's the reason I was drawn into Halo so easily, is, you know, you're fighting to protect Earth, and as soon as we went back to Earth in Halo 2, I believe, I don't think Halo 1 we touched Earth, but Halo 2, you know, you're traveling through Cairo, and you're like, wow, I can actually get behind this, I can see this being a futuristic thing, and that's kind of another draw that Halo really had on me, and they did that exceptionally well in ODST. Specifically with New Mombasa, and showing parts of Africa that were extremely futuristic, and it's just that I thought that was a really cool touch.
Yeah, I liked the little, what are they called, the audio logs as well in Halo
Yes.
ODST, because they added to that atmosphere and everything like that. That was pretty cool to watch, or I guess listen to. Well, no, there was a visual element as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are
And
pretty sweet.
and the audio log interaction was the I'm going off memory again. The interaction between the city's mainframe, or the AI who ran the city, and different interactions that AI was having with people throughout the city, with things that were failing within the city that it couldn't necessarily interact with anymore. So you were kind of getting a glimpse into how these massive, super advanced cities are running, and it's by AI. And what happens when that AI starts to crumble? You start to see screens flashing. Screens aren't operating properly. The electricity within the city, parts of the areas are extremely dark. AI can't get to that part of the city anymore. Can no longer provide its service anymore. And I just that interaction. And it's a bonus that I think goes underappreciated when looking specifically at Halo ODST.
Right, because it just adds to that. It's already like a cool, like side game. Well, not side game. It's not the Master Chief saga specifically, but it's its own like independent thing. And on top of that, you then have all this lore and all this stuff that you're learning about that you had no idea was even happening during the actual Halo games. And you're just uncovering all these secrets and whatnot, and that's what you want in games. You want stuff like that just adds to that atmosphere, adds to all of that fun stuff. Oh my god, these Cyclops are rinsing. Oh fuck!
I think our game is coming to an end.
There it is.
26 minutes on this one.
We
though.
did a lot better that time. Okay, I think it was a valiant effort for two guys that have no idea what they're doing. So
I enjoyed the conversation. Hopefully, everyone else did as well.
Yeah. So thanks for watching this one. Tune in next time for hopefully some better gameplay that we don't suck in. Again, I'm sorry I had to carry you this time. Again, Nick.
I want to
238
make
kills.
sure I'm showing you respect. I'm coming onto your channel. I don't want to I don't want to impose myself. I'm here, and just to support
Yeah,
you.
you're here getting carried. So I appreciate you letting me try to look better than I really am. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.
See you.